My name is Lina Khoo, Linakhoo. I'm from Singapore, but I moved to New York 20 years ago. I came across Dr. Wiser's profile when I was Googling for a plastic surgeon whom I hope will ideally take over the first plastic surgeon who stitched up a wound that I sustained in a bike accident last year. It was June 29th, 2022. And what happened was I was biking down Upper West Side. A motorist in her car mistakenly parked next to a fire hydrant and opened her front door without checking her blind spot. And even though I yelled, she panicked and she opened the door wider. So the whole door collided into my right chin and basically ripped out a piece of flesh on the right side of my face. I was rushed to the emergency ward. Dr. Rose showed up to stitch it up very quickly just to make sure that the wound doesn't get infected or bleed any further. The first round of stitches was not ideal, even though it rescued the injury. It needed further work. So I Googled and I came upon Dr. Wiser's. I went through her Instagram and I also tracked the reviews and the feedback. I visited the clinic and I thought, he's the one. And the interaction with Maya, his assistant, and his team members, including Kat and Diane, was just so remarkably comfortable. So even though I feel a certain degree of anxiety and unfamiliarity towards going to a plastic surgeon or another round of surgery for the scar, I did think that if I can be this comfortable now, I'm sure with time I will be completely ready. So it worked out.
What do you appreciate most about Dr. Wiser and his team?
I think it's basically the ease of communication. It was, until today, still very relaxed, very casual, and very professional. I love the fact that they are on top of the technology, and I have very limited time, so I need it to be not time consuming and wasteful. I need it to be efficient, and I also wanted to talk to people who know exactly what I need and what they're doing.
So how has your recovery been since you had the procedure?
I feel a lot better now because it was very pinched at first. The first round of stitches done by Dr. Rose basically pinched the skin inward because you lost flesh. So the rescue effort was just to do what I consider a patchwork. It was a very interim surgery. But what Dr. Itay Wiser and his team has done, since I met them, I think in April, which means it's been about half a year, is to take the photos, and I'm sure he did his own research and groundwork to study what are the options for me. I wouldn't know anything to be able to comment or help or remark. And he briefed his team, who also spoke to me over the phone, who also spoke to me in person. And over time, right, gave me a lot of peace of mind to move ahead with the one recommended approach or methodology, which is to actually allow him to extract fat from the knee and fill up the area under the skin so that there is enough to grow over time and repair the tissue, replenish the tissue, and he will stitch it up. And it is the finest stitch possible because it's on the face. So it was done in 2 hours without anesthesia at all. And I thought it is really extremely remarkable that he had the foresight and the confidence, and like a mathematician, a scientist, and a wizard, he has basically transformed, yes, the overall look and feel. I wish anybody who has gone through or is going through what I have experienced, any kind of injury or accident that has hurt you, do make an appointment to visit the nurses, the assistants, and Dr. Wiser himself to see whether if you can regain and restore your features, because I think it's very important to try to park the trauma as history. And one way to do it is to look like how you used to look and restore how you used to feel before the accident. And also because I am an active endorsement and ambassador of Dr. Wiser's gift and talent. Not that I wish anybody will be a victim of a collision, but it happened last year, June 29th, so it's a little over a year. So you can imagine the amount of time it will take, and it will be a very positive and good outcome, given that if you allow him to advise you and support you and literally guide you through the process, you will benefit and gain everything from it.